Time in pandemic refers to the time where we feel as though the time is eternal, as we're in the same place for most days due to social distancing. Time in pandemic shows how much a person's routine have changed and the struggles some people experience during the pandemic.
Sementara itu, orang ramai adalah juga dinasihatkan untuk mengamalkan langkah-langkah pencegahan jangkitan atau social distancing measures seperti tidak berjabat tangan, mengelakkan dari duduk berdekatan dengan orang lain di tempat-tempat awam dan mengelakkan tempat-tempat yang sesak, terutamanya bagi mereka yang berisiko tinggi. Ini adalah di samping mematuhi larangan perkumpulan atau mass gathering dan melakukan amal kebersihan diri dan persekitaran pada setiap masa. Kementerian Kesihatan sekali lagi ingin mengingatkan kepada orang ramai untuk terus-menerus melaksanakan tanggungjawab sosial masing-masing dan memudayakan langkah-langkah pencegahan. Terutama sekali sentiasa mengamalkan penjarakan fizikal dan sosial physical and social distancing dengan mengelakkan dan menjauhi. Dan kita perlu terus untuk berjaga-jaga dan tidak leka.
My name is Dewi Amalia. I am 21 years old. I'm currently doing my diploma in IGS.
My name is Qawiem Al-Anas. I'm a student and also a part-timer at Family Business Restaurant, and I am 22 years old.
Hi, my name is Abdul Rahman and I'm a freelance videographer and editor. I have been in the industry since 2017. I have worked with private cellular company and private production house.
My name is Amylia Ameera. I'm 20 years old and I'm a student who's currently finishing her diploma.
COVID-19 has affected me mentally, but with the help of my family and friend, I managed not to get it over me. I have been in self-isolation for more than 2 months now. It does make me miss the little things I used to do and took for granted, like how I miss using my shoes. But what I'm going through are nothing to compare what the frontliners are going through. And for that, I applaud for their bravery and sacrifice. Before COVID-19, my routine was going to the office I was interning at, and there I do my task, which was developing their official website. When I finish work, usually around 4, I'd rest and spend my time with my family. And at night, we'd have a dinner out, or sometimes I catch up with some friends. But because we were asked to stay and work from home, I spend my time not doing my work at all, and I'll procrastinate a lot, and it left me unproductive for the rest of the days. It was because my surrounding is so familiar that I can wear anything I want, no colleagues and all that. And this habit of mine made me guilty of how many works I could have done if I didn't waste the time. So the next few days, I tried to get more productive, and this was my new normal during the pandemic. A simple yet hard lesson that I took from somewhere, I forgot where it was specifically, is that to put your phone away as soon as you wake up. And the difference it makes is so huge. For someone who uses their phone in bed and don't get up after endless hours of scrolling, when I get up, I tend to feel a lot fresher. I get myself ready for the day, and another tip that I got is that try to use the clothing that you would wear if you're going out, and that will make you feel a lot more different and makes you excited for the day. Sometimes I'll cook myself a breakfast, sometimes I'll have eggs, and some days I'll eat a piece of bread. But today I'm having a very simple yet fun eggs and toast. I love eating with a view, and the place I always enjoy will always be my mom's little garden. Right after I finish, I love to play with my cats because it makes me calmer in the morning. Before I get carried away from playing my phone too long, I always try to organize my room, either my bookshelf or my wardrobe.
In the morning, usually I wake up at 7 or 6 a.m. and then wash my face, then eat my breakfast before getting ready for work or for class. Nowadays, washing hand is very important. Every time you touch something outside or anywhere, you have to straight washing your hand. Usually after I finish my breakfast, I take a shower and get ready to go to class or go to work. But today I'm going to work. Before I go to work, I bring my mask and my hand sanitizer.
As I wake up, I check my phone for any emails or texts regarding the work I'm working on. I start meditating just recently, and somehow it improves on how I handle mental situations.
Well, that's loose. It comes to Keita. And Salah! Goal!
After done with my breakfast, I'll continue any remaining edits to be done.
During the pandemic, my routine has changed a lot. My parents got stranded in a foreign country because of the virus COVID-19. So right now, I'm just living with my sisters at home. If I don't have school that day, after I wake up, I would go to the bathroom to wash my face and do my skincare. Afterwards, I would make a simple breakfast for myself. If my cat sleeps inside the house, I would feed him first before I start making my own breakfast. After I ate my breakfast, I would do some cleaning like washing the dishes or sweeping the floor or doing my laundry maybe. Then I'll water the plants around the house before I take a shower.
Then around 10 to 11, I'll do house chores, including laundry. But if I'm ever lucky, I'll have free time and I will use the time to play games. To stay creative is to keep the mind moving, and it can be logically or creatively. So learning something new can be a starting point. Gaining those knowledges can vary from learning through social media, YouTube videos, books, or movies, anywhere at all. And for me, I love to watch movies. And right after I watch that movie, I'll watch a YouTube videos of the movie I watch being analyzed by other people. And this usually helped me understand the important part of the movie and probably gaining inspiration for my next screenplay, perhaps. With the ideas I got, I sometimes try my best to do something with it. I can either paint, doodle, or write about it.
My family restaurant usually it takes me 20 minutes to go there because it's a bit far from my house. It's located at Kampung Lumapas. I work in front of the restaurant because during this pandemic, we focus more on selling the food at the front of the restaurant.
So I need to use glove and mask all the time when I work, and we need to keep maintaining the social distancing 1 meter to avoid any contact with the customer and with our worker.
Dining is not allowed at the first when the government announced that the Brew Help app application before a lot of people who come to our restaurants now it's limited to only 30%. So mostly people don't want to go in, they just like buying straight at the garage, and some people come in also. After I work, I go home. I need to take a shower because I'm afraid that I'm carrying the virus. So it's a must to take a shower after you went outside.
By the afternoon, I update my work to my boss or client by the evening through WhatsApp. During this pandemic, I bring along my hand sanitizer and face mask around if I go outside. It requires a little bit of precautions going out, especially with Brew Health application, scanning QR code and temperature check, and so on and so forth.
So after I finish the house chores, I usually do my hobbies in our free time. Sometimes I play some games and maybe read some books. Or just browsing the internet, like watching YouTube or something.
During the night, I do any pending assignments, and if there's none, I'll read something up online or a physical book. Reading up online is another way to keep the mind moving, but best be avoiding death statistic around the world due to COVID. When I have free time, I usually use the time to play games or help around the house.
In the evening, I do some sport for an hour or two to keep myself healthy and strong. I skate almost every day. This is my sport. Before, I used to skate at stadium. Now, during this pandemic, I just have to skate at home alone by myself. At night, I usually take a shower and have my dinner at night. And the pandemic doesn't really change my routine at night, only in the morning. Usually it's affecting me a lot. And also at night, mostly I'm in the house and playing my game with my friend.
At night, after done with editing, I either play games with my friends or go hang out somewhere. Where nowadays it feels different not to go work on the weekends as a freelancer. Nevertheless, at least I try to improve and focus more on the edits. More of the projects given to me are mostly edits to be done by my boss.
In the afternoon, I would take a long nap before I wake up again in the evening so that I can do my assignments for the rest of the night.
Similar to other students in Brunei, we were told to stay at home and not to attend school for the time being in order to stay safe from COVID-19. However, we still have to continue our studies, and for everyone's conveniences, the teachers hold online classes with their students. With the pandemic that is currently happening in the world, Brunei's Ministry of Health has instructed people within the country to practice self-hygiene, social distancing, avoiding mass gathering, and many more. It is necessary to follow the laws in relation to COVID-19 in order to keep themselves and the people around them safe. In these difficult times, we interviewed different people on how they coped through their days and the situation they faced. It is encouraged for everyone to be self-quarantined to prevent from getting infected. All students are informed to stay at home and have their classes online. This includes 16-year-old Darwisha Atira, who is a student from Sekolah Menengah Rimba 2.
My name is Darwisha Atira. I'm 16 years old and I'm a student. I usually clean up my environment. Having a clean and an organized environment makes me feel focused to do my work. I understand that it's necessary due to the pandemic, but at times it's very stressful due to a lot of work that's been given to us. The deadlines are just so close together that we just stay up all night finishing it. Sometimes Wi-Fi is also the problem. I have lost connection during a Zoom call. Yes, I've been struggling. I always ask my friends when I don't understand, which I'm so grateful for. All of our works just keep piling up that we just forget that we have to do it. I would change the fact that they give us many work after each lesson. For example, I have 5 lessons each day, and I would end up with 10 work that needs to be submitted on the next day. So yeah, I changed that. If COVID-19 has passed down, I would not do online learning again because I prefer a face-to-face learning because it's much easier to interact with teachers, friends, so I can ask questions if I don't understand.
Due to the closed international border, people are not able to fly to and out of Brunei. This is no exception to the 25-year-old Indonesian bartender who works at a restaurant. Unfortunately, he is unable to go back to his homeland and had to stay in Brunei.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Nama saya Nova Nur Adi Fasal. Asal saya dari Indonesia. Saya umur 25 tahun. Saya di Brunei bekerja sudah 4 tahun. Saya di Brunei bekerja di restoran di Pondok Selera Warisan. Saya bekerja sebagai pembuat minuman, catering, dan juga belanja keperluan restoran. Dalam masa pandemi ini, dalam menghadapi kehidupan ada susah dukanya. Susahnya itu dalam menjalankan aktivitas agak terbatas, bekerja agak susah, pergerakan terbatas, dan dalam masa pandemi ini senangnya dalam bekerja bisa belajar lebih baik dan lebih giat lagi. Saya pun di sini sudah pending 3 bulan sudah. Saya mau balik belum dapat, masih di pending 3 bulan. Ya moga-moga bulan Agustus atau September bisa balik ke Indonesia.
Many businesses in Brunei are affected by the pandemic. It is also obligatory for the staff to practice cleanliness and keep a sanitary condition within their workplace. This is Muhammad Yazid Aminuddin, who is 22 years old and working as a kitchen helper.
My name is Muhammad Yazid Aminuddin bin Muhammad Mazli. I am 22 years old. I'm working as a kitchen helper. I've been working at the restaurant for 1.5 years. So this year will be my second year, and this will be my last year. Cleanliness are important for me because we are handling food and we are trying to prevent the customer from food poisoning. Before the COVID, it was very joyful, everything, and it was like normal. There were unlimited seats, and then after the COVID, it feels different and it changed. We have limited seats and we have to check the customer temperature, and the customer have to scan the QR code, and they have to practice the social distancing. We have our task for each other. There's like there are 4 of us, and then the other 2 they have to prepare the order for the customer, and then they have to prepare the ingredient and the production. Being a kitchen helper, it was very challenging. And for example, I was in a morning shift. I have to prepare everything, reheat the sauce, and then sometimes the guests are out. I have to change it, and then when there's a customer coming for breakfast, I have to cook everything for fryer, grill, and pasta. So that is my challenging.
There's also another person who is affected by the closed international border. However, she is not in Brunei. This is Habibah Atika, who is a retiree and a Brunei citizen. She had arrived in Pakistan before Brunei faced the virus that suddenly took place within the country, and unfortunately, she was unable to fly back to Brunei.
We arrived in Pakistan on the 20th of January 2020 via Bandar Seri Begawan, Kuala Lumpur, Thailand, and Islamabad. Left Brunei on the 19th of January 2020 this year for our 3 months holiday. Though we knew that there's already an outbreak in Wuhan, Hubei, China. But we decided to go since strict arrangement has been done, including air ticket booking and so on. We plan to take a 3-month holiday to visit our families early 2019 already. We did not expect that virus spread very fast and becoming very serious, affecting all countries throughout the world.
The government declared urgent lockdown right after the outbreak at Karachi, southern Pakistan in February, and in March 3 weeks later, as the number of cases increasing dramatically. Closed with immediate effect all school, universities, offices, public premises, shopping mall, and other economic activities, etc. People are instructed to stay at home.
When the pandemic is over, I hope that this country will be more aware of the importance of personal hygiene, staying healthy, and eating right. I also hope that we will stay consistent with the technology we've been using so far for both private and public institutions such as schools and university, and also hospitals and so much more.